Hi, my name is Gabe Arnold. I'm the founder and CEO of Business Marketing Engine. And today I'm going to share with you a content framework that will help you produce high quality content that actually converts. So stay tuned and I'll break this process down for you. I remember long ago when information marketing and content marketing were newer. They were they were talked about like they were newer. They weren't really new, but with kind of the dawn of the internet and then the internet becoming a unruly toddler, and maybe we have a teenage internet now. I'm not sure. But I remember early on how people really understood the value of putting content out there, but they didn't really understand the difference between just putting noise out there, content out there, and high quality content. And over the years, as I've watched people engage in content marketing, I've seen people go off the rails, go the wrong direction, and make mistakes. I've also seen people that have really gotten amazing results from their content marketing over time. And what I want to share with you is the framework that I would encourage you to use that's going to help you have a structure for how you create content. And then also, we're going to talk about a little bit later this week on the show just the process that I use that will help you really get great results from the content that you produce. And so I use a really simple four-part content framework. What in almost all of my written content, I do a lot of this in video too. I use this framework and I adapt it based on what I'm talking about. But when you have a framework in place, it allows you to produce content a lot easier. It allows you to be consistent with your content, which is key, and it will make that blank screen, or a little less intimidating when you're not sure what to write for your notes for your video or the actual content you're writing. And so we're going to break this down. And if you have any questions about this, please just reach out. You can comment down below. You can shoot me a message, or you can go over to businessmarketingengine.com. And so the four parts, and then we'll break them. We'll go into detail on each one of these. One, always start with a story. That's a great way to open up and connect with your audience. The second thing is to call out in that story what that person was missing or what they needed from a product or service standpoint. The third thing is to talk about the after state that somebody has. And then the fourth thing is to have a clear call to action, a CTA, so that people know the next step that they can take. So I'll go through an example here for you, and then we'll break it down a little bit more. So I remember when I first started working with this personal injury attorney, one of the niches that we serve. They came to us and they really wanted to grow their law firm. They had an amazing practice. They did really well for the clients they had, but they weren't getting enough new clients to really increase revenue, to expand their office, to hire more attorneys, to really hit the big goals that they had for their law firm. And so in the conversation I had with them, what we realized that they were missing is they really didn't have consistent lead generation. They were getting some good referrals. They were trying some different lead gen sources, some of which were selling leads to what is now our client, but they were also selling those leads to multiple other people. So the leads were sold over and over. So they weren't really high quality leads, but they just didn't really have a plan or strategy. But once we started working with them, we built in a simple system that gets them tons of phone calls and lots of web form leads, and they're all exclusive to them. They're branded to them as well. And now that they have this system in place, just recently, they were able to expand their office, hire some more attorneys, even expand their marketing budget because they have a bunch of high quality leads coming in. And so that's allowed them to grow their firm, and they're also exclusive leads to them. And so if I was actually pitching on this video, which I'm not, I would then say, if you want more leads for your personal injury firm, all you have to do is reach out to us at businessmarketingengine.com or send me a message and we'll have a conversation. So I kind of just broke down in a really brief, kind of structure here, the story. So like, I remember when this person came to me, or when I first met so-and-so, here's where they were at. Was their state before we helped them. The second part, like I talked about, was what we realized they were missing is they didn't have a system in place. They didn't really have an effective campaign that was bringing them exclusive leads in the way of phone calls and form fills and things like that. And then the third thing I talked about was now they're living in their ideal state. They're growing their firm. They're hiring attorneys. They're achieving what they want. And then the fourth thing was the call to action. If you want results like this, reach out to us if you want to have a conversation. And so by using that 4-step framework, story, what they were missing, they're now in the dream state because we helped them put that in place. And here's your call to action if you want this result too. By using just that 4 simple step framework, I can sit down and create content over and over because I can just think about any of the clients that I've worked in the past. Or I can talk about any of the times that I got to teach a workshop or do a training. I can use any of the things where I have, experience and a story as the basis for me sharing, my story, pointing out what was missing, showing that once you have that missing component in place, you can achieve your dream state, and here's the call to action. So those are the 4 steps that I would encourage you to take, because when you use that process, you will have a framework you can use. You can adapt it, of course, based on the situation, the story you need to tell, and everything like that, but it allows you to just immediately jump into content creation, which is a huge part of being successful with your content marketing. What I'm offering everybody this week who's listening is if you'd like me to take a look at your content strategy, I'd be happy to do that. All you have to do is message me, content marketing, or you can go to businessmarketingengine.com, fill out the contact form there and say, I want a content marketing review with Gabe, and then we'll make sure we get that set up for you. I want to make sure that your content marketing is successful. I'm happy to look at it, give you any input or strategy on it. And then, of course, if there's anything else we can help you with, we'd be glad to explore that. But most importantly, I want you to have a successful content marketing strategy in hand. So feel free to reach out. Again, just message me content marketing or message that over at businessmarketingengine.com. And we are looking forward to helping you with that. I appreciate you taking time to tune in today. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about 3 secrets of top content producers that will surprise you. And I'm going to break down what I do and what I've learned from other amazing content producers that really will generate a ton of growth and results for your business. Thanks for taking time to tune in today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.